Everyone keeps saying Apple TV is the best way to stream, but here's the truth. In 2026, a lot of smart TVs are quietly doing everything Apple TV does and better. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 TVs that will make you question why you ever even bought an Apple TV. Seriously, some of these are so good, you'll forget the little black box even exists. At number 5, starting with the Hisense U7H. Now, at first glance, you might think, okay, it's cheap. Probably okay for Netflix, but don't expect much else. But when you actually sit down and use it, it's a whole different story. The mini LED panel on this thing punches way above its price class. Colors are bold, HDR content actually pops, and the peak brightness is surprisingly good, which means daytime viewing in a sunlit room isn't a struggle, something Apple TV can't solve by itself because you're still limited by the quality of your existing TV. But what really makes it better in real life is the built-in Google TV interface. It's fast, intuitive, and you don't need a separate Apple TV to load apps or manage your watch list. Everything is right there the moment you turn the TV on. I spent a weekend flipping between Netflix, Disney Plus, and YouTube, and switching apps was seamless. No lag, no extra loading time, none of that fiddling around that Apple TV sometimes requires if the TV isn't top tier. Sure, the built-in speakers aren't theater level, but that's fixable with any budget soundbar. And once you do that, this TV becomes an all-in-one entertainment machine. In real-world use, it's secretly better than Apple TV because you're getting the full package: bright, punchy picture, smooth interface, and 0 extra devices to clutter your living room. Next up, at number 4, is the TCL 6 Series R655, which, I'll be honest, blew me away more than I expected. This TV is a weird hybrid. It's perfect for binge watches, but also gamers who don't want to sacrifice quality for speed. I tried streaming a few Netflix and Disney Plus shows, then switched to a PlayStation setup, and the experience was night and day compared to running Apple TV on a regular LED TV. Roku TV is built in, fast, and intuitive. It surfaces what you want to watch almost automatically, so you spend less time scrolling and more time actually watching. Then, when I tested gaming, the low input lag and smooth motion made it feel like the console was connected to a gaming monitor, which Apple TV simply can't replicate. Real-world usage, you're switching between streaming and gaming effortlessly. The colors are vibrant and the interface is responsive. Minor issues like blooming around bright objects and narrower viewing angles don't really affect everyday use, and for $1,000 to $1,200, this is a steal compared to buying Apple TV plus a decent 4K TV. The TCL 6 Series R655 is secretly outperforming Apple TV because it actually handles multiple use cases at once: streaming, gaming, and smart navigation without making your life more complicated. At number 3, we have the LG C2 OLED. This is where things start getting cinematic. Watching movies on this TV is an experience Apple TV alone simply can't provide. Perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and vibrant colors turn your living room into a mini home theater. The WebOS interface is clean, responsive, and customizable, so you don't feel like you're working around your tech. It just works. In real-world use, you turn it on and dive into a movie or series without worrying about buffering menus or extra devices. Apple TV will stream in 4K, sure, but it doesn't improve the quality of the TV screen itself. You're limited by your display. With the LG C2, you get cinematic quality visuals straight out of the box, along with built-in smart features, voice assistance, and app support. And while it isn't cheap, $1,500 to $2,200 depending on size, the real value is that you're getting Apple TV functionality integrated directly into the TV, plus picture quality Apple TV can't replicate on its own. For anyone who loves movies, dark scenes, and immersive visuals, the C2 is secretly outperforming Apple TV because it turns content into an experience. Moving on to number 2, we have the Samsung S95C OLED. Now this one is a little sneaky, but in a good way. Samsung's Quantum Dot OLED technology gives brighter highlights and more vibrant colors than traditional OLEDs, so HDR content actually shines. Real-world usage? I could stream a show, check live sports scores, and scroll YouTube all at the same time without any noticeable lag. Apple TV might handle streaming well, but it can't give you that integrated experience. You need extra devices, extra remotes, extra hassle. The Smart Hub interface is polished and responsive, multi-view is genuinely useful, and the built-in voice assistants actually work when you need them. Yes, pricing is premium, $2,000 to $3,000 depending on size, but for real-life convenience and performance, it's worth every penny. In practice, this TV is secretly better than Apple TV because it's a full-featured, integrated experience that just works rather than relying on another box to fill in the gaps. Finally, our number one pick, the Sony A90J OLED. This is the crown jewel, and I'm not even exaggerating. The picture processing is insane. Detail, color, clarity, it makes the Apple TV look like it's only a small part of the experience. The Acoustic Surface Audio Plus system literally turns the screen into a speaker, creating an immersive soundstage you can't replicate with a separate Apple TV setup without a dedicated sound system. Google TV is fully integrated, responsive, and lets you manage apps, voice commands, and streaming all in one place. Real-world usage? Sci-fi movies look cinematic, fast-action games feel responsive, and switching between multiple apps is effortless. Apple TV can stream content, but it can't give you picture quality, sound immersion, or smart convenience all in one package. Price is steep. $2,500 to $3,500 for larger sizes, but if you compare it to Apple TV plus a premium OLED and separate audio setup, it's actually better value. In everyday life, the Sony A90J OLED is secretly outperforming Apple TV by delivering a seamless, immersive, all-in-one experience that doesn't require juggling devices. So, here's the reality check. Apple TV is fine if you're already deep in the Apple ecosystem, but these smart TVs are quietly doing everything it does and more in actual day-to-day use. The Hisense U7H is absurd value for a plug-and-play streaming setup. The TCL 6 Series R655 handles gaming and streaming better than Apple TV on its own. The LG C2 OLED brings cinematic vibes straight to your living room. The Samsung S95C OLED combines polish with real-life convenience, and the Sony A90J OLED delivers the ultimate all-in-one experience. Honestly, if you're buying an Apple TV thinking it's going to upgrade your TV, these 5 models prove that sometimes the TV itself is already smarter.